Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more EarthBound. Last time, we sank into the sands of Scaraba. Got sand in our shoes. That was really about the most threatening thing that happened to us because we got loads of free experience points, great items, and hey, even opened the way to the next place Gygas did not want us to be. Sorry, Pooh, you're kind of getting screwed by my positioning here, but that'll soon change because this time, we're going in. Glad you were here to commemorate the occasion. Jeff! That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. I know from the photo man's perspective, he probably wouldn't be blocked out, but the fact that it just so perfectly covers only his face makes it even better. Okay, in we go. The pyramid was a place that Gygas wanted to make sure we knew nothing of, yet he's got his cronies ready to fight us. He's influencing the evil in the Arachnid A's mind and the Arachnid B's mind. You know, you gotta say it with the proper dialect, otherwise you're just kind of, what are you doing if you're not saying it with all the exclamation marks in place? I think maybe a fire gamma would be nice. These guys are able to poison you, they're able to immobilize, and it's just kind of one of those examples of what's going to be a recurring trend. Enemies are here to poison you and inflict you with all sorts of other status ailments as well. They are everywhere inside of the pyramid. If you don't keep them under control and you're not making sure to give the opponent no chance to attack you, your PP is going to deplete pretty quickly, even if you have some items for it. I recommend conserving your PP whenever possible, maybe even making sure to have some items for getting rid of status ailments. It's why I bought at least one vial of serum before leaving town. And yeah, it's not super hard or anything, just be careful. Next up is the Fierce Shattered Man. These are creepy enemies, man. Like, I know that I commented on the name. Well, actually, I don't think I commented on the name, though, but the creepiest thing I find about the Shattered Man is actually the name. And it's just, Shattered Man when you think about it. Sounds very dramatic. It's Frieza Omega's debut. Taste the most disgusting popsicle of your life. 528. Said his name was threatening, not the fact that he actually was. He has 2 attacks that'll solidify you, and he has a continuous attack, making him yet another one of those rare enemies that doesn't seem so rare now because I bring them up all the time that has a combo attack. Next up, we have the Guardian Hieroglyph. We're just fighting new enemies faster than we can explain them, or at least at a relatively similar rate to when we can explain them. I think you resist freeze, so I don't think I want to do that to you. After all, when's the last time you successfully froze handwriting? You're not worth a big bottle rocket, I'm sorry. I know you like to think that you're really important with that smug look on your face, but what he is able to do is die to your 4 regular attacks before you even get to see what he does. Pharaoh, inside the box was the Pharaoh's curse. I can get rid of one of my sudden... I still haven't used the handbag strap! Okay, we're changing that in the next battle officially. Wow, I am so sorry if you realized that all this time and I kept not realizing it. I promise I will be better about that. There's just so many items to use and only one of me. Yeah, we'll throw away the double burger. It'll be good food for the locusts or something that the Pharaoh was going to sick on mankind. No, go back, go back, go back. That is no... friend. Gave you a great big hug. We got to see that. You know what? I'm gonna return the favor. I'm gonna wrap you up in this handbag strap. We'll use... I don't need to use Freeze Omega. That's a little bit too excessive. Sure, Jeff, why not? Go ahead, spy on the Fierce Shattered Man. See what happens. Pooh, you can also target the Arachnid. Lashed out with a handbag strap did not work. Well, that was a ripoff. I think that what it's supposed to do is immobilize the enemy, hence why I used it right back on him after he gave Jeff a great big hug. Reached out with its icy hand, so there's the other attack that solidifies. It's a little weird that they gave him 2 moves that do the same thing, but I guess this is an adventure that's been full of enemies that just waste their turns for no discernible reason and like spending their turns laughing and smiling at you, so it's not like it's any better or worse than that. Ta-da! There is a Viper inside. Ness takes it. Guess we gotta use some of those up now too, because our inventory space is filling up yet again. And I got something really stupid that I like doing on these stairs. So, I like going up them and then tapping left and just kind of watching it trickle down the line as they all get back in line again. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. So, the Lethal Asp Hieroglyph. I'm wanting to say that other handwriting is not weak to freeze, yet this one is. At least that's how I remember it being. I'm good at recognizing handwriting. Wow! When I say weak, I'm not kidding. That enemy, despite what you might think, is not there to poison you. That's Arachnid's job. It doesn't do that. It is very weak to hypnosis if you're afraid of it, though, but I don't think you are. There we go. Yeah, that's what I like doing, see? Just kind of trickles down the line as they all catch up. We got some mummy wrap. We can get rid of one of our regular bombs for it. It's not doing any good. Pooh's regular attack is getting better anyway. We'll get through there. And we got actually a few ways we can go. Yeah, you can just barely see another doorway there in the distance. And because we got so many items, I think we might as well use them. We'll use a Viper on Nessa's turn. What could we throw at you? What could we throw at you? Let's give you the Pharaoh's Curse. We're just gonna make you have the worst day ever. I haven't used the Hunger HP Sucker, I don't think. I think I just explained that it steals HP from all enemies, and the Mummy Wrap, yeah. We'll make this a very item-y turn. The Pharaoh's Curse, suddenly selling unknown person in the box. Guardian Hieroglyph got poisoned. Whoa, that damages and solidifies an enemy. I kind of feel like I haven't used that before. The Viper is biting. The Viper is biting. I don't know why I find that funny. I kind of do. It's one of those simple pleasures where it's just, the Viper is biting. What an overdramatic way of saying that. Well, we're gonna go this way first because of course we are. We're not gonna progress before we explore every little nook and cranny. And I'm very happy that we caught up on using items like we did. I don't feel the need to use Freeze Gamma on you now that none of that one-shots you, so Freeze Beta it is. As we're going through, wow! Freeze Beta is even true rich for your blood. Freeze Alpha it is now, mister. Not even undead from ancient Egypt deserve to be treated like that. Wow. Okay. I was going to say that, are you a fan of unused text and developmental secrets in video games? I'm gonna pretend you said yes. There is some unused text related to this pyramid hinting that things might have been a little bit different at one point in development. There was a lady meant to be found in the Scarab town who said, "In the pyramid there's hidden treasure. My husband was looking for it. Before he found it, he slipped on a banana peel." So he gave up the search. Someone who was meant to be right near the pyramid and give you the hint to go inside, give you the hint to go to the Summers Museum in case you hadn't done it yet, as it is optional. They tell you, you need to be able to read hieroglyphs to solve the mystery of the pyramid. I couldn't solve it, although I read it. Didn't you read the hieroglyphs at the museum in Summers? If you say yes, then you should be able to solve the mystery somehow. If you say no, well, that means you must go back, read it, and then come back here! There were a lot of exclamation points at the end of that unused text. Trust me on this. It was really important. Yeah, Thunder. Thunder Gamma. First time seeing that, I'm pretty certain. I hope I'm pretty certain about that. Because otherwise, that's mildly embarrassing that I get so worked up over things. Wow, a lot of things we're getting excited about. Thunder Gamma is the same as Thunder Alpha and Thunder Beta, only difference being that it is a 3-hit move instead of a 1 or a 2-hit move, giving you a pretty good return on the PP if there is a large group of enemies before you. Ha! Playing yourself like a fiddle. Well, that actually reminds me of something. Seems like everyone's just getting into that Thunder hype right now. What do I want to do? Jeff, let's give the brain food lunch to Pooh, because I actually want the Franklin badge on Jeff now. I recommend that you do the same. I recommend having it on really anybody but Pooh. He should be fine at this point. I think I care a lot more about Jeff being alive anyhow. And how do I want to go about this? I know that that's a new enemy that we haven't fought, so of course we're gonna have to go after it. You know what? That's what we're doing. Way to spoil what was about to happen there, Sprite Layers. But but it's fine. We can try out our Thunder Gamma. Thunder is unchanged. It is the same low PP cost, sometimes misses attack that you do whenever you want to be economical. But you kind of get what you pay for sometimes. I know that wasn't the wisest time to use it, given that we only had 2 enemies on the field, so each one of those hits was a coin flip, but still, that's a little bit disappointing for the first time we use it. We're gonna go to level 53 and realize the power of Healing Gamma. Well, Pooh, good thing you learned Thunder Gamma because you weren't gonna stay special for long if all you had was, Healing Gamma. Good for you. Bottle of DX water, gonna give that to Pooh right away because he's getting low. Recovered 38 PP, excellent. How about you? Petrified Royal Guard. This guy is really cool looking, actually. I don't have much else to say about him. He's just kind of neat. He has some physical attacks, and he has a war cry similar to the Bukas outside. If you're able to shut down his physical attacks, you're able to shut down him. He's just a big muscle head like he looks, but he's actually a big stone head. We're not gonna kill him this turn, are we? Oh, that would have been so cool if Pooh did. Charge 4, wow! That was not a lethal blow because of guts, which was lucky. And there's that. Didn't really need it. I'm actually very impressed by the mummy wrap. I didn't know that was such a good item. Maybe, you know what? Yeah, Pooh, you could use that. I'll just use it on one of your future turns. Might as well keep the inventory space low. Did we enter that battle before we were supposed to? Now for the community to spend hundreds of hours trying to replicate what I mindlessly did by random chance, all so that they can speedrun the game better. Going down. Whoop. Whoop. Got more enemies to fight? Of course we do. What were our rewards for that? Ta-da! There is a speed capsule inside. Ooh. Kind of feeling that on Pooh, as he's generally a faster healer than Ness is. Gonna be going first on turns a little bit. And we get, ta-da, a couple life noodles. Even better. After all, who needs a healer when he can just bring back the dead? That's some deep stuff right there. You won. Paula grows to 48. Gaining some speed right there. Good thing I didn't use the capsule on you. Pooh grows to 42. Doesn't gain as much speed, so he doesn't have to feel left behind anymore. Works in more ways than one because we're talking about speed. Healing Alpha, get you over the cold, and then another one of you. Okay, I need to stop here for a moment and tell you that ever since a few minutes ago when I was describing what I like doing on the stairs out loud, I had a thought, and I really want to do it now. Ba-dum bum 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 cha, ba-dum bum 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 cha, ba-dum bum 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 cha, ba-dum bum 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 cha. Ba-dum bum 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 cha, 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 ba-dum bum 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 cha. I'm such a dork. I'm sorry. I can't help it, okay? I've never done that. Like, I've never given it that caption before, but it was really tempting and I couldn't resist. Cool, an item. We just opened the Guardian General! He looks kind of funny, actually. Sorry, buddy, you look sillier than your henchman. The Guardian General has all physical attacks except for one, a move that drains your PP. So he can drain your PP, but not actually use it himself. I get the feeling this is just one petty war general who likes shutting you down and not really doing anything else. He's not susceptible to paralysis, but if you have some other way of shutting down his physical attacks, like with a shield, or through some other means of lowering offense, then there's not really anything that he can do to you. Fire off the big bottle rocket. And that was that. Just in time, too, because we're getting low on PP. Jeff grows to 47. And in we go. This suddenly got terrible. Thunder Alpha, it's a coin flip, but maybe it'll hit something. Jeff, you can heal yourself. Pooh, you... Oh, wow. Pooh, you can't do crap. Been waiting to say that one. Been waiting to just do a lot of things. There we go. Thunder on the Fierce Shatterman. Rolling Gamma. Gimme. 423. 245. Good, good. I was almost worried there for a second. Vitality up by 1. Pooh gets a slightly less exciting level up, but we now can heal you up. I can heal you up too. And what else could I do? I have a lot of items as well. Maybe I could have let one of you die and just use up a couple items. No, that would have been stupid. I can't use those. You can't even buy them. You can buy Horns of Life though, so maybe that's kind of an invalid argument. I could brain food lunch on Pooh. He's got a jar of deli sauce, or she's got a jar of deli sauce as well. You know what? We got a magic truffle. Maybe I'll actually, you know what? Let's use the help command on this. Doesn't say anything. A dreamlike delicacy. It's said to grow at the base of trees in wet, muddy places. It restores, okay. I thought it was gonna have some kind of cool continuation continuity with the Piggy Noses item. We got this a long time ago from turning in the insignificant item. Refreshing a little bit, these are finite items that you cannot always get. I think we'll use that on... Yeah, well... Do I really need to restore that much, though? This is what always happens whenever there's PP restoring items, because they're so hard to come by. Well, bottle of DX water, without a doubt, that's going on Pooh, because that's easy to get. A magic tart recovers about 20 PP, I'm sorry, but Paula, that's fit for you. Ta-da! There is a rain pendant inside. Okay. Rain pendant. We have not seen one of these before, similar to the other pendants that we've... that goes on body. Yes, it does. They raise the same amount of defense as the other pendants, but they have a resistance. In this case, I think it is... a freeze that you resist if you have this on. Because, yeah, Flame Pendant, I think, resists fire, so I think it's roughly whatever it actually is. If I am wrong, of course, you'll see that it is... Oh. Someone must have stepped on a switch. It sounds like something above is moving. Ooh. If only those sprite layers didn't spoil what was gonna happen. Now, excuse me, I'm gonna get back to my Egyptian conga line. On the way back, another mummy wrap. That rhymes, and we got level 49 on Paula as well. We made it back, and it looks like we're entering Toten Carmen's porta potty. To go down here. We've heard about a certain item that we're supposed to get down here. But that doesn't look too important. Let's go onward and find it. Didn't you come here to look for the Hawkeye? Well, yeah, but didn't you come here to look for the Hawk? Okay, I'll stop playing stupid. I don't mean to play dumb. I just think it's kind of funny that the game doesn't let you move on. It's really weird. Between the Summer's hieroglyphs, the unused text that was telling you to go there, the importance that the pyramid was shown with, they really had no faith in the player to find this, which is strange because it's on a linear required path from the town that you get to. I don't know why they thought that, and I feel like I would have figured out the puzzle that you walk in the shape of a pentagram through trial and error, because every kid knows how to draw one of those things, because, you know, you're cool in the 3rd grade if you know how to draw one of those. There's the fact that it gives you an audio cue to let you know when you're doing it right or when you're doing it wrong. Heck, I figured out I was doing it wrong without even looking at the key. I don't know why there are so many hints, so many fail-safes, and just... This is the only part of the game that I would say feels a little bit hand-holdy, and I don't even usually like using that term, but it kind of does, and it's strange because usually they're all about letting you explore, and, you know, you can do things out of order. Heck, it's completely up to you to figure out that, hey, Magnet Hill is back in Foresight, and that Pink Cloud is up in Dalam. You know, you can skip some Sanctuary locations and come back and do them later if you find them too hard, and some of them can be kind of hard, yet not so here. They just seem to have no faith in you to be able to figure out what to do, and I wouldn't even call this the hardest thing to figure out. I consider first getting to Foresight, first getting to Summers, plenty of parts of this game to be much harder. Heck, you get lost in the mines on your first playthrough, you know, you're probably gonna die from running out of PP and not being able to get back. Diamond Band! Heck yeah! No, that's not going on Pooh. Crystal Charm can go away. I don't need that. Paula already has a diamond. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We already all have diamond. That That's kind of bad, isn't it? I guess I didn't need to buy one after all, but... Well, that's the Platinum Man. What am I saying? Couple life noodles. Cup of life noodles. Go to Paula. Diamond Band to Ness. I don't regret buying this. I did get a fair bit of mileage out of it in some battles. I was fighting a lot of enemies out in the Scarabian Desert when I was hunting for the Master Criminal Worm. So nah, even if it doesn't look like it to you, I think I got my mileage out of that. It was only a few $1,000. I'm fine. Additionally, I want to take the Hawkeye and give it to Pooh. Gonna have that in his inventory for a little bit. And what else do I want? Jeff can take the bag of Dragonite. Think that's best used by him. Mr. No Superpowers will make something out of you yet. And why not? Just because I'm such a nice guy, let's also use the bag of snakes because we haven't done it yet. Might have a hole in it, but that doesn't mean it's entirely worthless. Unless you're afraid of snakes, in which case that means that it is entirely worthless. Taking a snake bag and threw it. 1 HP of damage. See what I mean? If you thought I was kidding when I said it does like 3 damage, I'll give you that I exaggerate numbers a lot, and I might have predisposed you into thinking that I was exaggerating numbers in that case, but no, it really, I don't think I've ever seen it do more than like 3 damage, and well, the poison actually killed him, so I guess I'm eating my words a little bit now, aren't I? Well, that's embarrassing, but you see what I mean? Snake's not exactly a very good item. I don't get it, I don't dig it either. Jeff grows to 48. And beyond this room, more battles. Pooh grows to 44. And got Brain Shock Omega, inflicts Brain Shock on the entire enemy party. Well, at least has a chance of doing it on each enemy. I think it's pretty clear that I'm not the biggest fan of the pyramid. I don't like the music in here. It's nothing I'd listen to outside the game, even though it does fit the area pretty nicely. I think the enemies are kind of bland. Maybe they're a little bit notable because they inflict status ailments on you, and it feels like everyone's got that one thing they like doing to you, be it giving you a great big hug, giving you a cold, or poisoning you, and I'll at least give them points. I would have only expected, like, an ancient Egypt-inspired area to poison you and not really do anything else. Maybe curse you through some means, so maybe possession. So I guess it's a little bit cool. I do like the idea of the hieroglyphs peeling off the walls and fighting you. That is very creative. But other than that, I just, you know, it's just kind of battles against the same 4 enemies. A lot of these fights feel more or less unavoidable, and I'm just not really that big of a fan of them. There's also just the fact that, I'm sorry, buddy, by this point in the game, being a Freeze Alpha-worthy enemy, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, maybe it makes sense why it coils around you, because, you know, disembodied lines could do that, and they couldn't really poison you, but then again, I guess the hieroglyph gives you a cold, so never mind. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of why I don't like this place. I don't like not liking areas in an otherwise brilliant piece of media. Well done. You have made it. We finally meet Prince Pooh. The stars foretold I would meet you here, so now it's time to show you the way of the Star Storm. For a while, you must live far away from your friends and live with me. Do you understand? There's only one answer. I must stop you here even if you don't want to. Stay with me for a while. Do you understand? It is important that I study and learn the Star Storm. It will be most helpful to us. Once I learn it, I'll meet up with you, Ness. Trust me, I will see you again. It depends on Pooh's efforts that determine the reuniting of the group. Be faithful and wait until that time comes. You should leave the heroes destined to save the world for dead in the middle of the desert so you can go live with me so I can teach you the way of the stars. Seems legit. We made it through the pyramid and to a new part of the Scarabian Desert, but with one less in our ranks. Next time on EarthBound, we see what's going on around here. See you guys then.